Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you're having a wonderful day. My name is Noah, and I just wanted to make this quick video on which ad campaign objectives to use and in which order to help grow your real estate business in 2020. If you're new to me at all, I drop a new video every Monday and Friday. That just helps you to grow your business and generate leads online. And if you want more, make sure you join the Facebook group. I got a link in the description. It's just a great place to be around other realtors who are crushing it using social media. So before I dive into the campaign objectives, I just want to talk about quickly how we should be thinking of what we should be thinking about when we're running ads. I see a lot of realtors and lenders make the mistake of just running like a simple ad to get in front of as many people as possible. And when they assume when someone just clicks on their ad that they're ready to move tomorrow, and they want to use them and they're just all ready to go, right? And so they're just calling, trying to set the appointment, emailing, trying to set the appointment, right? And that's not bad, but we have to realize like people are in different parts of their life. They're in different stages of being ready to move. Maybe they're just being nosy. Maybe they're just looking at houses, or they're thinking of moving next year, right? So what we need to do is we need to treat these leads as just a lead, right? They come in, and we want to start to build some rapport with them, right? So we're going to run an ad to get in front of as many people as we can, and we're going to bring them in, and we're going to get their email and phone number, and we're going to start to build some rapport and position ourselves as an expert. And then we can run another ad retargeting that group to start to set the appointment. And those are going to be our more serious leads and stuff like that. So I'll explain that more in a little bit. But I just kind of wanted to, address that. I see a lot of people, like I said, just running an ad and trying to meet with them. And if they don't want to meet next week, then they just forget about them and they never contact them again, right? And then we're just leaving so many deals on the table. And we are going to get some leads who come in and they are ready to move next week. And those are going to be great, right? We're going to help them the best we can. But we need to keep the leads that aren't ready to move tomorrow, and we need to treat them and build that relationship, right? Instead of coming off as a pushy salesman that we need to meet next week, we need to help them build some rapport, and maybe 5 6 months down the road when they're ready to move, they're clearly going to use you because you helped them and you weren't so pushy. So enough of that. Let's just dive into the different objectives here, and we'll go from there. So first stop is we need to go to business.facebook.com. We need to get into our ads manager. If you've never been here before, I have other videos on that, how to set up your ads manager account and all of that. Go watch those videos first. Otherwise, isn't going to make a whole lot of sense. So if you have done that before and you are, you know, used to Ads Manager, we're just going to click Create here. I'm just going to start this new campaign from square one. So first off, right off the bat, pretty much every ad you're going to run, if you're a realtor or a lender, you're going to need to click this box from now on. This is a special ad category, and we're in housing. So what that does is that just limits some of the targeting that we can do later on, because Facebook's learning and growing too, and they need to make sure that we're not discriminating and we're following the Fair Housing Act and all of that stuff. It's not a huge issue, it doesn't really affect how much I am able to target. It does a little bit, but we can still get really good ads out of this, so it's no biggie at all. So we're going to talk about our different objectives here. I'm not going to talk about every objective just because I haven't used every objective. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I do for myself and for my realtor clients that I'm running ads for, and how I kind of manage those campaigns, just to give you an idea, and hopefully you're able to learn something and then apply it to your business. So the first kind of objectives are awareness, these are just to get in front of as many people as possible. And by the way, this is just all like brushes the surface of what we go over in the Social Lead Academy. And there I do give you like a step-by-step instructions on how to run a successful campaign, how to retarget people, and how to convert them into clients. But I just want to go over quickly here, some of the overview, so you can kind of do this on your own now. So Facebook uses these objectives to try and find the right people to put your ad in front of, because Facebook wants you to succeed, so you continue to pour money into it for marketing. So these different objectives, it tells Facebook what you want to happen, and then it's going to put it in front of people who are most likely to achieve that goal for you. So brand awareness is going to get you in front of as many people as possible who are likely to be interested in what you're about, your real estate. Hopefully they'll like your page, they're going to visit your page and all of that. Reach is just simply in front of as many people as possible, right? I don't really recommend this one at this point, but it's just a way to get your page in front of as many people as possible. You're probably going to grow your likes and stuff like that, but if you don't have the right people liking your page, it's not really going to benefit you much. But again, real estate does help everybody eventually, so it might not hurt to get in front of as many people as possible, as long as you're posting relevant content, and hopefully maybe down the road you'll turn them into clients. So it's kind of up to you there. So moving over to the consideration category, these are a little bit more serious leads. So these are people who are going to start to know you, and they're going to have to take a larger action to show that they're interested. And it shows to me higher intent, and these people are more likely to want to move in the future. So traffic is a great way to get it in front of as many people as possible who are likely to click on a link and land on another page, right? So this is if you're sending them to a landing page or to your website or to a listing, all of that stuff. So that's a big one that I use a lot. That's kind of the first step that I typically do is I'll run a traffic campaign and I'll send them to my landing page in ManyChat. And I've talked about ManyChat a lot in the past. ManyChat is a great way to start to get in front of people. It's a messenger bot that will have a conversation with people automatically and start to build that rapport. So traffic campaign is a great place that I start a lot. Like I said, I run them and I get them to click on my landing page in ManyChat, and we start the process there. Engagement is another good place to start. It's a good objective. It's getting it in front of people who are more likely to click to like your post, like your page, to respond to an offer or to an event. So if you're doing an open house or something, maybe that'd be a good one to run an engagement ad. Get people to respond that they're going or something like that. Either way, I typically start my campaigns with traffic or engagement. Either one of those is a great place to start. And then the next one I want to talk about is lead generation. This is a very powerful objective, and it's one of my favorites. I typically don't start with it, and I'll explain why in a second. Lead generation ads are those ads in Facebook. I don't know if you've ever clicked on one, and right there in Facebook, there's a form that you can fill out. It can get your name, your phone number, your email, whatever questions you want, and it's right in Facebook there. They don't leave or anything like that. And another really powerful thing about it is that Facebook typically has our contact info already. So if we're asking for a phone and email, Facebook usually already has that info, so it automatically populates it in there, and all they have to do is hit submit. So it really eliminates any resistance that the person might have, and it makes it super easy for them to give us their info. And it eliminates a lot of the fake phone number or email because it just populates it in there. It's easier to hit submit than to erase it and type in a fake one. So that's a really good one that I use a lot. What I typically do is I'll run a traffic campaign first. I'll get people onto my landing page where I can season my pixel, and then I'll use that to retarget those same people, and then I'll use a lead generation ad then. And I hope that made sense. If that's a little complicated, I have other videos where I can explain all of that more. I just want to kind of talk about the objectives that I use here. So this is a great one to use. You can use it right off the bat. The only problem is they're going to be getting phone calls and emails from a random person that they don't really know that much. And as long as you can set up the campaign and maybe have an email drip campaign that can start to build that rapport, that would work fine. But if you're going to use this and try and set the appointment tomorrow, it's harder. It's not impossible, but in this day and age, obviously people don't like answering phone calls from random people and stuff like that. So you can definitely use a lead generation right off the bat, or you can use it as a retargeting tool. Either way, it's just a great way to start getting contact info. So then the next campaign is messages, and I do use this one a little bit too. What this does is people can click the link and it'll send them right into Messenger, and you can have it set up so they talk to that bot right away, right? So they're doing the automated qualifications and building that rapport without you doing anything. Or you can set it up just to talk, send it right to your messenger, and you can have that conversation with them, whichever you prefer. I have used this one. It works well. I just prefer to use a traffic one again to get them to my landing page because I have my ManyChat messenger bot set up anyway. It basically sends them to messenger anyway, but it's just a different way, and it's, to me, I found that to work better. But messages is still a very powerful tool, and I did use a lot of these before I set up ManyChat. So if you don't have the messenger bot set up, you can use the messaging one just to get, it'll send people right into messenger. You can have that conversation, and messenger just has a much higher open rate and click-through rate than email does. So you can reach out to them through messenger, build that conversation, build some rapport there, and you're just more likely to continue to engage with them through messenger. And the last one that I use is conversions. And this one to me is similar to traffic in that it sends people to a separate page outside of Facebook, but you can tell Facebook what you want them to do. So if you want them to opt in on your landing page, you can set that up in conversions. So traffic is just sending people to your page. It's not tracking if they opt in or not. And that's usually because it's like the first time you have contact with them, they're less likely to opt in because they don't really know you, they don't feel comfortable. So if you can retarget these people with the conversions, then you can get them to land on your landing page again, and they start to feel more comfortable, and then they're likely to opt in. They can, hit sign up or whatever it is to go to the next step. That would be a conversion. So in that campaign objective, Facebook is looking for people who are likely to opt in fully, not just land on the landing page, but to opt in all the way. And I hope that made sense. I hope you're able to distinguish the difference between traffic and conversions. Just know that conversions is typically you're going to want to be sending that to a warm audience, someone who's seen you before and they know you a little bit, at least, so they feel comfortable. But those are the typical objectives that I use. I typically start with the traffic, get a lot of people in that way, and start to convert some of them into leads. And then I'll retarget these people with a lead generation or a conversions objective, and I'll try and get those people to opt in fully, to set an appointment, or just to go to my client's Facebook group or anything like that. And then I have email and phone call and text sequences set up, so when they do opt in, they give me their contact info. I'm not coming off as a pushy salesman trying to set an appointment. I'm educating them and continuing to position myself as an expert and build rapport, and then eventually turn them into a client. So there you have it. That's a quick overview of the objectives I use, and that's honestly a pretty step-by-step way of how I go about it. And like I said, this just brushes the surface of what I go over in the Social Lead Mastery course. And there I give you a step-by-step campaign on how to start to build that rapport, bring leads in, and convert them into clients and start to make money doing this. So if you're interested in learning more about that, make sure you click the link in the description to download the $0 lead formula that teaches you exactly how to start bringing in leads every single week using Facebook without spending a cent. And make sure you join the Facebook group to learn more like this every single day, and to be around other realtors who are crushing it using social media. So I appreciate you watching this video. Go run an ad, try it out, right? Start with a brand awareness or a traffic campaign and start to get some results. I'd love to hear from you. Comment in the comments if there's another video you want to learn. Like I said, I drop one every Monday and Wednesday, and just go out there and crush it today.